Now let me find this live. I want to share it. I hope that I will get into this transmission on my phone. Just let me. Cannot find it. I hope that we are live. Yes. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Good. So I am here and I'm on the group, and I hope I've done it correctly. So hello. It's Monday, so it's the day with life, and today I would like to talk with you about authentic life. Maybe you hear some noises. It's my small kitten who is extremely unhappy that he got kicked out of this room, but I need just peace and quiet. Yeah. So today I want to talk with you about why it is worth to live authentically. What are the benefits? Yeah, and probably each of us understand this authentic life in a little bit different way, because it is very subjective issue. Uh, but there is a lot of benefits when we really start to live authentically. And today, in this short meeting with you, I want to share with you some of my experience and some of my inspirations, maybe. So, first of all, of course, living authentically is bold. It takes some courage, yeah, because we as men, we want to be liked, we want to be accepted, we want to have our community, people around, yes, and quite often we think that somewhere back at our burner, we think that if we show ourselves in this true nature, maybe some people will not like us. Yeah, if we show our true face, if we stop, censoring us, if we really tell what we think, yeah, what is deep in our heart, some people will not understand it. Some people will reject us. Some people will say, yeah, you are kind of weird. I don't understand you. So therefore, sometimes we choose the safer path, and the safer path is not showing ourselves in this true genius, or in this exact truth. Yeah, because as I said, we are afraid. But what can happen if you show your true face? First of all, I think it's a huge relief, because, well, you take for granted and you accept the fact that some people will love you, and for some people, you will be a person they inspire. You may be a friend to these people, yeah, but some people will not just accept you. But you know where is the trick? The trick, when I understood this, it has become for me very easy to understand, because whatever you do, and I want to repeat it, whatever you do or whatever you don't do, yeah, some people will love you, some people will like you, some people will accept you and admire you, whereas there will be such people with whom you completely don't resonate. And this was a breakthrough moment when I understood this, yeah, because in my story, personal story, I many years ago, I also had a lot of complexes, and I wanted to be accepted, and I sort of adjusted myself, and I was a little bit afraid to really say what I meant, or really say what is my opinion, my point of view. And in this moment where I understood that whatever you do, some people will like you, some people will not like you, I thought that it's just better to just be yourself, yeah. And because of this, because of this, I must, somebody is writing on a messenger. Because of this, it has become much, much, much easier for me to show myself as I am in reality, yeah. And why it is also, relief, because you stop wearing masks. I know we still have COVID, and well, it's a low battery, but I hope we can manage. It's a COVID, and sometimes it's the situation. Oh, maybe we have a low battery. Maybe I will put the battery. Okay, can you wait for a second because I don't want to get disconnected. All right. Um, I'm sorry for this. I wasn't so predictable, but okay. Mm, okay, I'm back. I'm back. Can you still hear me? Is it okay? You can write me some if you and we still have connection. Please. I hope that everything is okay. Still recorded, but if you tell me in a comment, I would appreciate, and I would be sure that everything is really okay. So it's oh, many people want to connect now, Jesus. So if you start showing yourself, you stop making these projections and you stop wearing the mask because you think that I don't need any more masks, yeah. And of course, as I said, some people will say, that's what I see. It's not something I like, it's not something I resonate with, but some other people will really appreciate it. And what I wanted to say, we as humans, we are energetically intelligent human beings. Yeah, energetically intelligent. What does it mean? We read the people energetically. If I choose the mentor I work with, or if I choose my friends, or if I choose whatever, I just choose these energetically. And my decision is really made, in a friction of second. So if you are true, if you show your true face, you are becoming a magnet, of course, for some people. Yes, because when we think about steel, let's say average steel and the magnet, what is the difference? In, let's say, average steel, the particles are arranged randomly. Yes, and the steel is demagnetized. It cannot attract anything. Whereas the magnet, this is like the same molecules, but arranged in a different way. These particles are arranged in the special order, yeah, to face one direction, and the magnet can pull, can attract everything or a lot of things, yeah. And the same is actually with you, because I believe that in our life, when we want to have friends, when we want to have our tribe, and we want to build some community, it is not so important that you have a lot of people around you. It is probably, for me, much more important that you have the right people around you. The people who maybe are not so much interested in these projections or in masks that you present, but they will come to you because they really like you as you are. So I think that this is very important. When we start showing true face, we stop pretending, and also we stop, being all the time on this alert and thinking, oh my gosh, how I should show myself, how I should be, is it right, is it not right? All this inner voice, and I know many clients of mine, and also, truth to tell, I have, of course, my lovely inner critic who will tell me a lot of bullshit. And listening to this critic, of course, is highly not recommendable for you and also for me. So to this creature in my head, thank you for sharing, but that's the way I am. And I know that I will resonate perfectly with some people who will read me energetically and they will say, yes, this is this person. And obviously, on the other hand, I will completely not resonate with the others. And now I have accepted it. And now I come to terms with it. And now I feel, you know, I feel calm about it. Yeah, I don't have all this frustration that I need to be liked by everybody. So when you show yourself in your true energy, you start to be magnetic for the right people, for the right tribe. What else? It's very, very good thing to accept your shadow part because, well, we, especially if we have this element of perfectionism, we always want to be, and we always want to present ourselves the best way we can. And there is nothing in aspiring to be good or better and better. But on the other hand, when we only want to present this ideal, this flawless part, also we are creating something which is not real, something which sometimes even can put the other people off because they feel like, oh my gosh, she's like a castle, yes, and she's like completely inaccessible, yes, or we exude this image of being maybe even too nonchalant or too self-confident in this negative nonchalant way, and people think, well, she's so ideal, I will not even come closer to her because probably we don't resonate, we don't have the same vibes, maybe she's too high level for me, yes. And if you start to show as you are with your weaknesses, with your strength, of course, because we are all unique, we are all queens and we are all diamonds, but also with these weaknesses. And if you admit, well, I make mistakes, I'm not perfect, the life really is becoming easier because I will tell you maybe my two examples. Yeah, I'm not a good driver. Really, in this incarnation, I'm not a good driver, and probably I'm not going to correct this in this life. But if somebody tells me, yeah, you drive like a blonde girl and you are not a good driver, truth to tell, well, I said just yes, I'm not a good driver. I love parking in the airport. It's the best place for me to park the car. Yeah. And in this way, when you admit that you are not perfect, when you admit, yeah, I have my weaknesses, I'm human, yes. So this person who is attacking you, this person who is maybe trying to hurt you, does not have opportunity to really hurt you. Yeah. The same as like when I started my self-development some years ago, and of course I was making progress with this. So I become more and more and more important for myself, and my needs have become more for me than the needs of other people. And some people could say, well, you are an egoist, yeah. Well, I can answer, I'm a healthy egoist. That's the truth. That's the truth. And in this way, you also cannot be insulted by anyone if you just admit this your shadow part. And at the end of the day, this shadow part is becoming your friend because you are just all all your talents, all your subtleties, all your beautiful things, elements, competences, skills, as I said, talents, but also, but also, uh, some part of you, this is this ugly part. You are not a so nice, good girl every day. You are not always so maybe intelligent and so well prepared. And when you accept life, it's just becoming easier. The next part that I would like to, the next element, the next thing that I would like to share with you, when you live authentically, what are the benefits? Is trust. Is trust. Because you start to, I think this trust is like double, in my opinion. On one hand, you start to trust yourself more and more, and you believe in yourself more and more. Because sometimes we are afraid that if we start to show our true face, we will lose some people. And of course, it happens. We lose some people. But in this moment, sometimes when this empty space occurs in our life, we are so much afraid that mm, we will just be we will be left alone until the end of our life. Yes, which of course is not true, because if you develop, if your consciousness expands, if you gain new perspective, new people appear on your path. So of course it's true, you are losing some old friends, ex boyfriends, yes, but new people who are energetically, who are a match, energetic match to your new vibrations, are appearing in your space. So this is not like that you are just alone and you are like Robinson Crusoe on the island. Yeah, so no worry for this. But you start to trust yourself, and also what I've noticed in my life, I start to trust more and more the universe. And I am myself all the time for years in the process of constant transformation. And well, appetite comes with eating. So I'm on a completely different level than some years ago. But of course, I want more and more, and I'm happy and joyful. And wow, this element that is just a part of my everyday life. But I trust more and more in universe, in some sort, yeah, source. It can be God for you, it can be, as I said, the power of universe, the higher consciousness, the higher self, whatever is good word for you, choose what resonates. Yeah. And I do believe on a deep level that I am guided, that I am supported, and I am loved on my journey. I am loved on my journey every single day. And even if something happens that puts me out of my comfort zone, that is, well, that makes me feel, as I said, uncomfortable, no good. So I believe, okay, and I trust, and I said, I know only good lies ahead of me. And this is also connected with this life I am now living authentically, living in the integral way, because for me this is a huge value, and for me this is a top priority. So you trust yourself, so you trust the other people, and finally, I think that you boost your self-esteem, yeah, because you finally can also, this is connected with trust, of course, but you know that when you make a promise, you will keep this promise. And again, I'm not saint, I'm not always making my promises, and I stick to them like 100%. I'm not ideal. Uh, but very often I do, yes. And it gave me a lot of self-confidence and like inner power, yeah, because we have the tendency, again, as humans, when we make the promise to other people, we feel more obliged, we feel more accountable, yeah. But when we make this promise to ourselves, well, we think, okay, nobody sees us, yeah. And I think it's very important what you actually think and what you actually do when nobody is watching you, because this is your true self. This is your authentic life, yes. So just to go once again, just to recap what points I was talking about. Why is it worth to live authentically, in my opinion? Well, because you show your true face. Yeah, you show your true face. You don't need to pretend. Yeah, you don't need to lie anymore. You don't need to create yourself, because you know, the process of creation is pending, and all the time you just present your true face. Every day you present your true face for this particular moment. The second, you stop making projections and you start attracting like a magnet the right people. Some people will say, no, I don't want to have anything to do with this woman, but the others will say, wow, I'm impressed. This is this energy I resonate with. Yes. So you finally start to attract the right people. You start to have your new circle of friends, or you have your tribe. Yes. And also you are becoming a magnet. Yeah. And about getting rid of this ideal perfect image. Yeah. Especially I think the social media, sometimes we want to present ourselves that we are always beautiful, always well prepared. Yeah, we never make mistakes. Yeah, but this is, I think, trap. Yeah, because then you start to become a prisoner to this trap. Yeah, and then you start living in fear because you are all the time afraid that the people will see some imperfection, yes, some feature that will not match this ideal. And of course, nobody is ideal, so searching for that is, I think, not a good idea. So if you start to accept your shadow, if you really, really sit in front of the mirror and write down your positive feature and your negative feature, and if somebody notices some of this feature, these negative ones, and he or she will tell you, you are like that, you are an egoist, you are a bad driver, say, yeah, that's not what. I am bad driver. In this life, I am horribly bad driver, and I prefer to take a taxi or to drive with my friend. I don't have problem with this. So these people cannot insult you, and of course, it gives you also self-confidence and just peace and quiet, inner quiet. Yeah. And what else? Very important, you start to trust yourself, and you start to build your self-esteem, this real, authentic self-esteem. So for the end, I would like to ask you a question. If we take a scale from 1 to 10, thinking that 1 means I don't live authentically at all, and 10 will be my life is fully authentic, I would really, really appreciate if you share in the comments where are you on this scale, and it could be great if you also could justify why you have chosen maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 5. I don't know. So thank you very much for being with me. Have an awesome Monday, and of course, gorgeous week. And see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.